So let's get started with the form. We are going to create the form, then stay the form class create form dot html with the same folder with the previous one, and then we may include the basic code and close this one for more visibility. Here we say form example, we say done, and then display the content over this one. So what we will going to do is this one. For the form, we are going to create the form like said, all this type of form data just as a text, it's going to be displayed. The first thing we do is that we are going to make divided our screen, then div again. In the first class, we may say here we call the class, and then container, and for the second we say the class form, right? Then after that we going to create the form like this one. Action for what? We say the index.html, then method we may say post method, then leave the other part. Then in this case we are going to give the division and then the label for name. We call this one username, we call, and then we made this one make comment, and then may we give another division. In that one input form, it's going to be text. Name is equal to username. Then we may put the placeholder as well. Placeholder going to be username, right? We are going to repeat the same div label for password. We say then the password is going to be like this one. Then after that we create another division, then we say input again. The input this time going to be password. Name is equal to password again, the name, and then the placeholder, enter your password, we say this one. Then the other part is div again. For this one we are going to create the email one, label for email. This is email for your email, and then div create another division, then input is going to be email. We say the email name is email as well, email, then placeholder there your email, we say, as you can see it is visible. So the other will be tele or number. So div again divided our screen to then label for URL also has the form data. So here after we close this division, and we create the new division, then input type is equal to URL, then name URL, then placeholder for this say URL. Again we are going to create div again, the same context. So label for we can say date select date then the next party will going to be div again. So in this case we are going to input form for date and leave the other part as well. So we will have another div again, in this case label, for we are going to take the range data of your favorite. We say this one like this. I don't mention about the spelling. Div again, input, call this one range, right? So here we have also div label, okay, label for file. We say the file, then division input, I'm going to be file chooser. So again div and division label for color. We are going to color, then color, select selector, on this one, and then div, then input type is going to be color, Once we click over this one, this color is going to be like this one. So the rest will be div okay, the form division, then what we say, the label for checkbox, we call fruit checkbox, then div again for this one, then input type checkbox, then here we are going to have for like, we may put this one as a span, we say banana, input again checkbox, span, it is time mango, then input again checkbox, going to be span, this is orange, right? So we give names the same, like we say fruits, for all of them give the same name. Then the other is div label for sex, so we can say sex, the gender we are going to select, then div input type of this is radio, just like before, span is going to be male, then input again radio, so this time span female, so so give the same name for this one, and the sex, and then sex. This one is remove this one, and I think it's enough. And then input, submit, leave the name as it is, input, reset. So let's give them different div. And the first one going to be put this case, and div, and I put this one over there again, reset as well. So now this is the basic form of the HTML part. We cover all of this, and the rest is selection in the drop down box. So we can add them. So once we got this drop down, for example, here we go. Okay, so like input type and date. Well, this is date. Okay, here we made a div label for selection option selection, say, then in this division call this div, and then say select name is programming, then here we have another option value Java, we say the Java option value C++, option Python, and then we make it a group, option group. This group is backend, so backend language, and then backend, and option group ID front end, we say front end, front end. So let's give selection again, option value HTML. So let's see if we select Java, option yes, JavaScript. Right, and the other we may see this one. So now we given them, so let's take this one up before the button, take this all and they cut from here and they put up before this button. So let's give some future style sheet format. So here we can remove this, and in the here button we have class container. Here we are going to give the style future, the style dot container class. Display, we say display, let's give the flexi. Item, align item, center, align content, center, justify content center. We put it center, then come here and then for div we are going to give some feature padding 8 pixel. Let's get the 8 pixel is too much, let's 4, right? Then what we will give is okay flexi, so give the display again, display is equal to flexi direction column, right? So here we go. Okay, all right, then for the div text transforming, capitalize, delete the form. We may give some feature like for input, we say the input width, how much width, 300 pixel. The width for the input height is equal to 13 pixel. For it being done, we give them feature like border radius 10 pixel, or so here we go. Everything seems good, so we may give this for the container the background as well as background color. For this one, let's say give the gray one for this division, right? So we may target some feature like make default required for ID. If I click the submit button, now it is going to be only it is required one. So let's give this one required. So we must enter some put password, like say it required. Then if I click this submit, it is required. Now let's give after this one password or before the email we call the span and the span so in this form we are going to put something here for this give this filter call the span and leave us and go to this one input, then so here plus, we will learn about this one later, plus position relative, then input after required then if after that if we have a span, then this feature is going to be applied. So here we see this one, the date. We can give them different box like this one from top. Okay, give this feature top 50 or right. So required is going to be put after this one. So this is the form, and Python, Java, we select this one. So here we go again, making this selector name programming. I said we say multiple. If we say multiple, it is going to be visible like this one, right? We can select multiple right now. If we remove it, is going to be like this, and then if I reset button, it's going to reset everything. This is a color again. From the color we going to select this color, and next is one, and the date. Click over. So this is the form, and see you in the next part. The next part is going to be the table. So here we go in the index part, what type of table we are going to do, like this one, tables, this feature. So let's remove everything. So starting or remove control new class, then save this class as in the same table tutorial. We say the table dot html, then hit enter. So we'll generate that one again. Here we go. table example, then display bar. In the body we have div. Again here we class container, after that we have div again for the table.